seconds to go in. His kick is good. So they get it, end of drive, go into the locker room. Here's short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And solid field position here to
Charles, and welcome to our EA halftime report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Colts are dominating. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Colts now on top. Colts line up at the 31. Luck's completion is made out of the gun. And this play will go for Steelers. Got to rush the throw, and it's intercepted. Ravens is happy to come away with the pick and end the drive. Now following the interception, Allen's wide open here on the catch. This play goes for a score. Colts up now by 20 catches made after a quick pass. This goes for a touchdown. The Colts pushing the lead to 28. Still late in the first half, Luck's got the completion out of the gun. And the pass and catch for just a field goal. And with that, we'll wrap up our halftime report and head back out now to Lucas Oil Stadium for the start of the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Quan Bray now to return this football. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The tight end changing his position. The third quarter starts with a run by Gore. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it. But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. 3rd and 2, Luck. Got a man and he hits him in stride. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll run it here. This is Rodgers. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 14 there. And it'll be a Chicago 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in, good start for him.
Offense.
So 20 yards to go here on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
That's complete to White. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Play action. It's Cutler finding time. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
And tough starting field position here. Little motion now from the tight end. Time to establish the run game. It's Gore. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. And to the right side here, it's Allen. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Out of the gun, Locke. Allen's got it over the middle. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. And here's carry number 10 for Frank Gore. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too. And
the numbers comparison, and something tells me he likes the numbers a little better for this week. What do you think?
No doubt about it. And, you know, we often look for the deep meaning about, okay, why did this happen last week and this one, this? Sometimes you just play better. And we're seeing that from him. Looks happy, loose, running around, and making plays.
And Luck hands this one off to Gore. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They come out here in the eye. Now Luck. This will be caught at about the 3. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Chase Kaufman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Second and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now Cutler to throw on second down. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Final minute now of the third quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On the ground, Rodgers. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. They'll run here. This is Kadeem Carey. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. The Bears defense gearing up as they take the field. And with this deficit, let's be honest, it's time for them to get a stop.
And partners, you understand very well from our time together and visiting with coaches, defensive coordinators tend to be a little more emotional, a little more high-strung than others.
They are.
I have a feeling that speech came out about taking a stand and bowing up in this possession.
Yeah, that's where this word pride comes out, right?
In a big way.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Gore again here on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. On second down, here's Locke. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Locke. They go with a screen to Gore. Give him 16 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This is taken at the 18. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down Bears.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And it's Cutler here, the one who is still down, their quarterback. And looks like in some pain. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. So Cutler is forced to leave the ball game. And they'll turn it over to a man who's been through this before, and that's the backup Brian Hoyer. Hoyer. Completion left side to Miller. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. 13 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
False start, offense.
Hoyer surveying the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Taken in at the 11. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down.
Play was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Here's Luck now on second down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gore. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
To throw on second down is Luck. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Hilton, the lone receiver right. 3rd and long, and under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Bears' new signee from Denver, Danny Trevathan, in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He juked him. So a change of possession here on the punt. And a look here at the Colts defense. They are looking to preserve this shutout, so for them, a lot on the line.
A lot on the line, a lot of pride that goes into that. Because let's face it, when you've had that kind of a day, you do not want any type of a fluke play to end it. You're going to win the game. That's not the issue. But to have a clean ledger going into the locker room and sitting in film next week, oh, that's satisfying.
Feel good.
Oh, that's the way to do it.
They're looking to cradle that goose egg.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Hoyer. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Back to throw again. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He hits Rodgers in the flat. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Offense faces a 3rd and medium with 6 yards left.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early.
False start, offense.
So a costly penalty marker, and it's now 3rd and 11. Hoyer. Can't find anyone open. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Davis.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Luck gives to his running back, Gore. And he's brought down. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And the Colts are going to have a first. And this is one of those, Charles, as broadcasters, we dread a little bit. We had to go deep into the stat sheets and notebooks to find stuff to talk about.
I hope you didn't notice, but I was stealing your notes as the game went along. I was like, Brandon was ready to go. Plenty of information. I started stealing from page 15 and 16 before you even looked down.
So for Indianapolis, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.